So when I was first invited to join Get Seen, I was very skeptical on the fence. I had not had good experiences in some past groups, and I really just didn't want to be seen. I wasn't enjoying Facebook. I wasn't enjoying Instagram. And in retrospect, when I look at it now, it is one of the best decisions that I've ever made because I was actually given a lot of freedom in this program to find avenues and platforms that really aligned for me. And I got to show up truly authentically as myself and not just like a cookie cutter image on Facebook or Instagram. And so at the end of the day, it did really help me get seen, but it helped me get seen in a way that felt really authentic to me. It was very positive for me. And at the same time, I gained so much clarity around just who I am, how I want to show up, and how my business really impacts other people. So if you're someone out there that's feeling like, oh, I'm just not clear about who I am, or, oh, I just feel so much hesitancy. I don't want to put myself out there, or, oh, I don't know if I have the money. I'm just telling you, find a way to make the investment, even if it's on the payment plan, because you'll gain clarity, you'll gain lots of self-trust, and you'll be seen in a whole new light.
Meeting Leilani was life-changing. When I first met her, I think I was just really in a space of trying to figure out how to get out of chasing people in the DMs and really focusing on that one-to-one client contact. I wanted more. I was in a space where I wanted more, and I was trying to figure out how to get more. And so when I met her and I explained to her that, hey, I'm trying to get into a corporate space, I'm really trying to move forward with developing wellness programs for corporations and businesses and organizations. And one thing that she said to me was, well, people have to know who you are. So you have to put yourself out there to do that. And it was really something that I was uncomfortable with. I struggle with just, showing up authentically because I felt like people would judge me. And I felt like because I didn't, say the right things, or I didn't, show up and write the right things, that I wouldn't get a response from people. And Leilani definitely encouraged me to just be myself. And she said, you have everything that you need to get everything that it is that you deserve and that you want. And that just resonated with me so much because oftentimes I think people, they tell you there's a one size fits all formula. And Leilani definitely makes sure that based on who you are, that you do the things based on who you are, not what others are doing. And so I was able to make that transition and start to put myself out there. She helped me with, improving my LinkedIn profile. She helped me with just really like marketing myself on all of the platforms across the board and making sure that I really just put myself out there, that I was interacting with people. During the time in the program, I was able to speak on stage at this huge women's expo here in Atlanta. And I was able to get my book in the hands of two singers that I love, Monica and Fantasia, in addition to other just stars that have been on TV, such as Kim Fields and Tamika Scott, who's also a singer. Those are things that I don't think I would have ever thought that I could have done if I hadn't worked with Leilani. She was so encouraging and just, telling me to go ahead, just do it and just try it. And I set the goals, and we met right before I had that program, and we set those goals, and she helped me to really make them attainable and to start to see them on a larger scale. Since being in Get Seen, I've been able to form long-term friendships, especially with one lady that was in the group with me. We meet every week and we help each other just to really start getting seen and really putting ourselves out there even more and just getting that exposure. So it's been great to have those resources. Leilani's been great in just giving us the tools and giving us the techniques. But I think the biggest thing has been the confidence. So just helping us to really gain the confidence to put ourselves out there and to allow ourselves to get seen. Most recently, I submitted a huge 7-figure proposal to design a corporate wellness program for an institution. And so any day now, I'll know if I have it, but just having, again, that confidence to say, you can do this. You have everything you need. You already have all of the tools for you to do this, and to just put yourself out there and not be scared to do so was definitely something that I got from working with Leilani. So It has been absolutely amazing, like I said, and just life-changing. And I'm so grateful.
Hey everyone. So before I actually started Get Seen, I actually was not visible at all in any social media platforms in my business. I actually wasn't clear about what I wanted to do in my business. And so when Leilani reached out to me and started letting me know and getting to know who I was as a business owner, she actually foresaw what I had in me to be able to help others in my business. I didn't see it in that way, but she did. And that right there is something that was really crucial into helping me getting clarity on what it is I wanted to do in my business. And then not only that, providing not only the resources and tools and her expertise and a team, but being able to network with other like-minded women to really help me be accountable for the things that I needed to do to help get visible on all the social media platforms. So I met some incredible women doing some amazing things in their businesses. So it's like a network of accountability as well as building friendships and long-lasting even partnerships in that aspect. And then getting the straight shot of exactly what it is it takes to be more visible in your business on social media platforms. So with that being said, I started growing my TikTok account, started growing my Facebook group, if you will, to be able to have to where people can see me as the expertise in my field. And with that, I started growing. I got like 1,500 followers on TikTok. My Facebook group is steadily growing. I'm adding people in there, providing them value into there. So now they're seeing exactly what it is I can provide. I'm now having calls to action that I never did before. I thought that wasn't important in the beginning. It was more so just getting the word out who I was, but I wasn't having any calls to action. So now I'm putting calls to action in work, and literally they are reaching out to me. I have families reaching out to me wanting more information about how I can help them and their families. And it's more business, if you will, and more income producing activities that I'm doing that is really helping me grow my business. Now I also am now collaborating in a book, and I'm being asked to speak on platforms that I've never imagined doing as a speaking engagement before. So I'm truly, truly grateful for the work her and her team has done for me, and not only getting visible, but instilling the confidence and the accountability to get me to a level that I never imagined I would be on. So I'm eternally grateful for all her and her team did. I cannot speak enough highly about what her program has done for me. So if you definitely want to work with her, I would at least have a conversation on how she can help you grow your business and literally do the program. I always highly stress how important it is to really put in the work, and you will see all the fruits of your labor. So I want to say thank you, Leilani, personally, for all that you've done. And I want to let you all know that you're not going to miss a beat with all the guest speakers that she has to provide all the resources and tools on other avenues you can be on, other platforms you probably never even thought of reaching your target audience. So that is what you're going to get out of all of that. If that is not enough, I'm not sure what else I need to say after that, but trust me, it is definitely worth the investment. So my name is Diane Rambo. I am an autism travel expert and life coach, and I help families literally go from a shift from having no sense of hope, no sense of confidence, to now being confident enough to not only live their best life, but even travel in that aspect with their families. So thank you so much, and you all have a good day.
Before I started working with Get Seen, I was all over the place. I had no idea what I was doing, where I wanted to even start networking with my business, attracting the ideal client. And then I joined Get Seen, and it was an amazing experience. I was able to connect with women. I was able to confront my fears, my challenges. I'm a diversity, equity, and inclusion consultant focused in an area with healthcare, which is very specific and very unique. And it was sometimes very discouraging because I didn't know where my people were at. And once I joined Get Seen, I was able to connect with these women and find my people that were going to inspire me, encourage me, keep me on track. I had meetings with Leilani, and she helped me get focused and helped me see things that I wasn't even seeing. And I was able to accomplish in that matter of time. In just those few weeks, I was able to accomplish a lot more than I would have been able able to do in months. So it was definitely worth the experience. And I was so excited that I got to do this. It was great.
Hello. Hi. So before I started working with Leilani, I was quite nervous because I was new to the entrepreneurial realm or field, and I did not know what it meant to get visible as a transformation coach. And so what I did was I was seeking out different coaches, and then when I found Leilani, I was still nervous, but she comforted me and let me know that it was, explained the process, explained and walked me through what it meant to work with her. And then she put me in a 30-day Reels challenge. And so I did the challenge. Before the challenge, I probably only had about 200 followers. By the end of the challenge, I had more than 500 followers. And I gained confidence working with her because she always encouraged, you to be in alignment with who you are and with your setting your vision and mission. And this was when I continued to work with her after the 30-day challenge. I went into one of her wonderful programs that helped me to get in alignment with who I was as a business, who I was as a person, so that I can really attract those clients that those dreamy or soulmate clients that I, was aligned with, that I wanted to work with. And so after the program and during the program, she has always been, amazing to stress the fact that you have to get in alignment with who your clients are, because she always explains, like, you have to start with your why, and you have to know, like, who is that client that you want to work with, because this is your job, this is your business, this is your company that you want to grow, that you want to be visible in, and that you want to attract the dreamy clients in. So what we did was she's had multiple people come in that are aligned with her, that have shown us how to become visible, how to become the better company owners and CEOs. And the most important thing is that she's always wanting you to have fun, because this is your business, this is your company, and you have to become visible along the way so that you can grow that company that you truly always wanted to grow. And so I just wanted to say that if you want to work with Leilani, you definitely should, because I don't think that I introduced myself, but I'm Lon. I'm a transformational coach, and I specialize in helping high achieving women become their own best friend by creating internal confidence. And Leilani has helped me to attract those clients so that I can have fun in my business and work with those wonderful clients that I'm aligned with. So you should definitely contact her so that you can too become aligned and visible with who you want to in your company. Take care.
So I started working with Leilani when I had this opportunity to be interviewed by Jack Canfield. He co-wrote Chicken Soup for the Soul, the Success Principles. And I realized that even though I had thought about this event and, I was thinking about, what I was going to wear, and I was excited about it, but I wasn't prepared for it. And so I reached out to her because I knew that she was a visibility coach. And I thought, if there's any time I need to be visible, it's during this, because I want to optimize this opportunity. I'm spending a lot of money on this. I'm investing in that. And so I reached out to her, and she's like, this is super exciting. I've got so many ideas for you. And so being a personal development and empowerment coach, I was excited to work with her and see what she could bring to the table. And oh my goodness, our work together is magical. And where I am today, I would not be without her support and the work that we got to do together. And so one of the first things that she did was she asked me the question, like, what are you doing to be prepared before you even go to meet with him in California? And I said, I'm choosing my outfit. And so that's really where we got to start our work, was about being visible, about showing behind the scenes, how I was excited to do videos, to really prepare my network to build the anticipation, just like going on a vacation. Like part of the excitement of being on vacation is actually getting ready for it. And that's what she helped me do, was to show up visibly, really powerfully in that way. And then the actual event itself, some real practical things that really increased my confidence, like what was I going to eat, getting enough sleep. And because of that, I felt so prepared. And what I got to do was I got to ask him at the end of our interview, how can I support you? And he offered me an opportunity to write a chapter in his next book. I don't think that I would have been feeling that confident, that relaxed, had I not been that prepared, had I not felt like she supported me to feel like he's the same as you. You're both thinking about, what are you wearing? You know, how are you looking? How are you sounding? And that really helped me not be so starstruck, which I really was, and just to really be in the moment and be present. And then she supported me after the event to, again, expand that opportunity with videos, with doing social media posts, and to put it in various areas, like how do you put it on LinkedIn? And the other thing that she really supported me to do was to gel my team around this. So I had an assistant and I had someone that's working with me in a different capacity, but not really being on the same page around this whole experience with Jack Canfield. And so Leilani came in and she did it in such a beautiful, gracious way where she helped gel our team around this. And the other thing that was icing on the cake is that she built the capacity of my team. So my work with her didn't just help me, it helped my whole company, it helped my whole team, and that she leveled them up, not only just leveling me up. So that was just amazing. From that, I had another opportunity to meet another celebrity, so to speak, someone who's really in the whole realm of vision boards, which is my expertise, is vision boards. And it was Gabby Bernstein. And one of the nuggets that Leilani gave me was to look at who else was speaking in the event. Gabby, myself, amazing, but who else was in there, and to check them out on social media. So one of them was a woman who has her own podcast. She has thousands and thousands of people within her network who know, like, and trust her. And it's Squats and Margaritas. And so she was going to be one of the speakers too. And so I reached out to her and just said, hey, we're both speakers, again, based on Leilani's suggestion. And sure enough, we made this instant connection. She invites me to be on her podcast. So we actually do a podcast before the event. We got to get excited, make that connection. And then we got to bring that energy into that event. Exactly what Leilani was, letting me know would happen, and did. And because of that, again, I got to show up in my most highest self, feeling confident. And now that has actually led to more and future engagements. And so what Leilani got, helped me see was that my corporate engagements, retreats, but also working with other corporate opportunities is really my baseline. And so tracking them, having conversations, sometimes it can be difficult to get the ball rolling, but once you've got those corporate connections, then the referrals are going to start rolling in. And that really then sets the baseline for my revenue, and everything else, again, is like icing on the cake, whether it be my one-on-one or group coaching. So thanks to her, I made that a priority. I made that a focus. And my calendar is booked into January, which is just amazing. I mean, I'm 6 months out. I actually was joking, I need a next year agenda already, because I'm already into the next year. So that is just awesome. And so I'm just really grateful to her for the internal work that she helped me do, but some of the practical things like batching videos. And I tell you, I resisted. I was like, that sounds like a lot of work. I don't know that I want to be spending my time doing that, but it's like practicing the piano. Like, you just got to do it. And so I set aside 2 or 3 hours. Well, now that is part of my monthly jobs that I do, is I batch videos, I batch content. And so because of that, I'm that much more efficient, and they're themed, which means that they connect to one another, which really supports my network. So again, I'm just so grateful to Leilani for giving me so much in such a short period of time. But if you work with her, I know you're going to benefit from her expertise and skill set as well.
I started working with Leilani around the time that my TikTok blew up. So I am a full-time creator on TikTok and YouTube. And at the time I just started posting on TikTok, and I went from 0 to 1 million followers in less than 6 months. And I was also at the time building my business, Halle Media and Design. I was doing freelance graphic design. I was doing freelance videography. I was doing freelance content creation. I was all over the place. And I wanted to figure out how I could make everything align. I needed to figure out how I could monetize my content creation and making TikToks. So that's when me and Leilani crossed paths. And she taught me, number one, visibility, what it meant to show up across multiple different platforms, to get out of my comfort zone and just get in front of people, keep getting on camera, keep showing up. And number two, how I could bring monetization into what I was doing on TikTok. And so I learned all kinds of different things from Leilani, from one-on-one coaching to how to host an event to hosting virtual events. And, you know, she supported me along the way personally as well. Everything just aligned when we met and we were able to work together. I really enjoyed working with Leilani, and I definitely think you would too.